We're over at Big Lots. Let's see what's left. Big Lots is closing like forever. And supposedly March is going to be like the last of it. But let's take a look inside and see how much is going on still. Now, it does state at this Big Lots, all the fixtures are for sale, like nothing is held back. I don't know if you're in need of fixtures, but maybe that's something you want to look into if that's your thing, or you do a lot of like stocking of different items. This beverage cooler is pretty cool, but $1,500, I don't know. That could be, something you're into, maybe. Who knows? Inquire if you are interested. All right, let's get a cart and let's move on in just to see what the store looks like. The carts are still running pretty decent. Not getting too caught up in the wheels or that. They don't have any lockers on the wheels, like those lock mechanisms that stop them when they go too far out of range. So a real lot still going on in the store. I suppose because the discounts aren't as deep as consumers were expecting for a store that is set to close. Now, Big Lots has always offered deep discount savings, and one of their really incredible perks was like their program, their Big Lots Rewards program. Look at this cute little cat decor. Oh my goodness. I literally should have purchased all of these. There was 5, $7.99, plus don't forget that 30% discount. These are super adorable. They're hard, but they are absolutely adorable. If you see them at your local Big Lots, you may want to grab them. And they are priced at $7.99, but don't forget that's before the discount. This really clock, pretty. Oh my goodness.
Really pretty.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, I want to go back and get it. I didn't get it today. This is betting 20% off. This is all of like their recliners and chairs. All different types of upholstery are available for sale. Very luxurious and comfortable. Depends on what you're into, but they have nice discounts if you're up for one of those new furniture pieces. They do have like 50% off. There's sunglasses and reading glasses in case you're in need of those. I didn't find any like really fancy or that, but there is some costume jewelry. Like realistically, this is towards like children jewelry, and then also some like cheap fashion jewelry. If you're interested in any of those, there's probably a bunch still left at your local stores. You just have to look. Moving on within the store, in this like household beauty care, they're offering 20% off. The pet items are sitting at like 20% off their regular prices. Some of the prices I thought weren't so reasonable, hence why there is such a stockpile still remaining. I know they're still actually taking things out of their stock rooms. They do have like DVDs and CDs sitting at like 25% off. They have a lot of baby items surprisingly in stock, but they're sitting at 20% off as well. You can get like some diapers for less than retail price, but at these prices, I don't know. I don't see a lot of people like jumping on them because sometimes with like couponing, places that still accept coupons, it's cheaper. They do have some like old things that you wouldn't necessarily like find unless you were popping into like a Kmart or that, which is kind of neat, but they still have a ton of inventory on these stock shelves. Here's some of like the body washes and foaming baths, some of the deodorants still left. High kind of prices, but they're offering 20% off of the tagged sale pricing. They have a bunch of makeup here and there. And again, just like 20% off. I'd much rather like go to a regular pharmacy to pick up these makeup items. They're only offering like 10% off food and maybe a little bit more, but that's not a whole lot considering the circumstance that the store is closing. Like all these shelves should be a lot less full. 10% off isn't really causing everyone to rush into the store to take advantage of the 10% off savings. It's looking like the household products like laundry care and that is 15%. Storage, same thing, 15%. Not a big savings. These shelves look empty, but I think they always look empty. These are like small electronic items like headphones and different types of things. There's some outdoors things for 30% off, some grilling for 50%, some clothing and apparel for 40% off. But not a lot of people go clothing shopping at Big Lots. 15% off those storage essentials, home storage, bins, things like that. Not a real grab as far as pricing goes. Up to 50% off of the home and garden, like these homey things like fake plants. But in the wintertime, not a lot of people want to go for those. Toys are sitting at 30%. Apparel, like 40%. Again, toys at like 30%. But with 30%, the shelves are still stocked up. But that does include also like 30% off like the plush and things like that, including licensed merchandise, which is a nice surprise of savings. But look at how stocked these shelves are. They shouldn't be so stocked for a store that's closing like supposedly next month. So that's quite a surprise. Again, every store is going to vary. If you are in an area where people just love to buy and have all the extra money for final sale shopping, your store might have a whole lot more than what I'm sharing. This again is the electronics, and this is like the other different types of household things that are 20% off. Like household things, like I mean like those command strips and like duct tape and things is only 20%, but the small electronics are all 25%, but they have a lot on the shelves. And I'm surprised personally. So here's some more in-depth look of the toys aisles. Again, pretty full stocked, if you ask me, for a store that's going to be closed and gone. I don't honestly believe that if all of the customers and clients don't buy it all up, that it's just going to be like, okay, we're going to wait until the shelves are empty. I think they might like outsell them to like another promoter or like secondary retailer, like maybe like an Ollie's or something like that. You can certainly, come up with your own hypothesis, but that's what my understanding may be. Like if the shelves don't empty by their close date, do you think that they're going to go ahead and sell off this at like really, really cheaper than what they can offer to these consumers like us? Because that's what I believe. Because in my opinion, I don't see them selling all this in a month in one neighborhood community, because it is a lot. Only 10% off. So like those food items that are like Christmas is just ridiculous. Did you know that their Christmas items, they don't even want to get to like 90 or 95% off? Have you ever heard of that? I couldn't believe that Target like so soon dropped their Christmas clearance. But I'll show you a little bit about that. I think it's at like 70. But here's more like outdoor things. But they were always, even before the store's closing, 50% off. But 50% off isn't even that much when they want like $50 for a cushion. But here's a lot of Christmas pillows. You saw that whole rack full of Christmas pillows and Christmas trees. I mean, great. The Christmas tree you can grab for 18 something dollars, but it's February. $90 for a Christmas tree in February? I don't know. I don't foresee people going for it. Unless it's 90 or 95, I don't see. 70's not enough. But as far as my store, 70% off is where it stands. They had this cool, like, heavy ride-on vehicle. That I thought was pretty exciting. Oh, yeah. But it's a two-seater, and no one wanted it, but it's 12 volts. So it's got some pretty high horsepower for a power vehicle. I have some cool chairs there, things like that. Again, here's more of the Christmas that just isn't flying off the shelves, sitting at the prices that they have them marked for. I mean, the discounts are there, just not quite enough. And here's just some furniture pieces. A lot of furniture still remaining. And I can only fathom what's in the back stock room, but I don't know. I don't have access to that. I'm sorry. But still a lot in store. If you're looking for something, it might be worth a look. These are some of the Pokemon balls near the checkout aisles. They're 30% off, and just a lot of here's and there's. I guess people are grabbing some things, but not quite a ton. Probably not as much as they expected, maybe. They did have some St. Patty's Day merchandise as well. Just a little sprinkle of it. One of those fish multi-purpose lighters. Well, that's it for today. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more great videos such as this one. This was my Big Lots little walkthrough. I hope you loved the video, and I'll look forward to seeing you again soon. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.